sure.
So Tatyana Arrington for Where is the Buzz TV, and I'm here with Frank Have Mercy. How you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Now, what do your friends call you? Because through this interview, we're gonna get to be friends. So what do your friends call you?
You can call me Frank.
Frank. Okay, cool.
Or-
So you just told me that you're in Chicago. What are you in Chicago for right now?
Right now I'm in Chicago for Puma has a lot of events going on surrounded by Lollapalooza. So
Nice.
I'm just doing a bunch of like events with them. I got a performance Saturday at an event they have. So we just been kind of running around the city, you know what I'm saying, just supporting Puma and what they got going on.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I like Chicago. They got like the best skyline I've ever seen. Yeah.
I've never been. I gotta check it out. Oh, give me 1 second. I think that's your publicist trying to join. Yeah, we're gonna keep it cute. We're gonna keep it fun. So
Guys, I'm gonna hop in real quick. I might hop off in like a few minutes because I have a 10:30, but thank you so much for making this all work out.
yeah, of course. We wanted to make sure that we got everything squared away and that
Yes.
everything's gonna be taken care of.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We'll just take it all the way back so the editor doesn't have to, be confused.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Tatyana Arrington, Where is the Buzz TV? And I'm here with Frank Have Mercy. But before that, he said, we're going to get to be friends, so I can call him Frank. Currently in Chicago for Lollapalooza. And is this your first time in Chicago?
Nah, this is probably like my third or fourth time in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like one of your favorite cities to go to, or?
It's one of my like top 10.
Top 10. Okay. What's your favorite city to go to?
To go to, I kind of live in my favorite city to go to, LA. I like London a lot. I like New York. I like Atlanta. I like Miami.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Houston.
I'm in Atlanta right now, and I actually just got back from London like last month, so I love London. It's cool.
Oh man,
How do you like the food though?
in Chicago?
No, in London.
Terrible.
I was just gonna say it could be a little bit better, but
Yeah. They got some good spots over there, but
yeah.
the general, consensus with the food to me is like it's not that good.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, so no, I know last week you just dropped your project, Endless Summer. I got to take a listen to it. It's dope. I'm feeling the vibes.
Okay.
Now, and I know you've been working on it for a long time. So tell me like the process behind like dropping this project.
Well, I mean, there's so many different things you got to do, right, to like finish a project, and it's really me and my best friend, who's my manager, that kind of get all this done. So, initially we went to Cabo for like a month, and we took all the producers out there, and we just kind of worked on music, and we left from that experience with probably like we left with a bunch of tracks, but we definitely left with like 4 or 5 tracks that we were like, okay, we had Push, we had Yesterday's Heartache.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a bunch of other tracks. So we started the sound there. Then we got back to LA and had to keep building, keep doing that. And then once the music part is finished, which is kind of like ongoing throughout all of the other processes, man, we got to figure out like marketing, rollout plan,
Right.
PR stuff, just how to get eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? Like how to get people to just pay attention to it, how to get people to care, because everybody's talented. The challenge is just getting people to care about it. So
Exactly.
the process just takes so long, man, because there's so many logistics behind it.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
But you took the team out to Cabo. I actually went to Cabo earlier this. I'm surprised we haven't ran into each other yet, because I went to Cabo earlier this year too.
Maybe in some different places, but yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Get some different inspiration while you're out there for the album.
For sure. Are you ever in Los Angeles, or you be more like?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles sometimes. I haven't been out there in a minute, but I love LA. Like I love the vibes. I love the weather.
Yeah, you gotta get out there. You gotta move to LA, man.
I know, right? I do. So why the title Endless Summer? Like obviously people love the summer, but
yeah, living in LA, man, sometimes it just feels like one long season because we don't really experience like To me, spring is almost the same as summer. Summer to fall is the same as summer. Winter, it can get a little chilly, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be sunny all the time, and just a vibe. And then it's just like a metaphor just for like the time of my life I feel like I've been going through. It just feels like my life is just great. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted the album to kind of sound like that, but in the midst of it being great, it still has its valleys and peaks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the album just kind of starts down here and then it goes up for a little climax, then it comes back down with like heartbreak and life lessons and falling in love and going out partying, dealing with family stuff, dealing with things amongst your friend groups, just all that. It just feels like an endless summer to me, you know.
Yeah, I love that. That makes so much more sense. Like obviously people love the summer and summer's a good time, but also there's so many other different things that are encompassed in that. And then now you're saying your life now is like an endless summer. How was your life a year ago? Like have things like really taken off or super transitioned, or has it been like a slow build?
It's a slow build, but things have picked up because last year, you know, we were still like, I guess, coming out of COVID, but kind of still in COVID.
Right.
Um, so things have just been way different. Like traveling is different. The amount of events going on is different. So we just got so much more motion now. Um, so it kind of feels like night and day. You know what I'm saying? Things kind of came to a halt, and now it's just moving again, and it's exciting.
Yeah. Did the pandemic have any impact on your project or how you were feeling or anything in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, all the activations that surround it, because we like to go out to people, especially when you're in grind mode, you know what I'm saying? So we had a bunch of shows and stuff that we were planning on doing, a bunch of pop-ups, a bunch of like galleries and exhibitions, excuse me, and things that we just couldn't really execute because we couldn't get people in spaces.
Right.
So, you know, it had a huge impact.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to jump into the album because listening through, I'm like, is it one girl? Is it multiple girls? Is it who? What was the inspiration for some of the songs on the album?
I ain't gonna lie, man, be multiple women. You know, it's like sometimes it's just the experience I might have with one woman. Doesn't mean I fell in love with her, but sometimes it could just be experiences or interactions or those small like I feel things really deeply and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just that like 2 week almost relationship, you know what I'm talking about, when y'all just kind of hanging out all the time and then it just fade away type of thing. So, you know, I went through a relationship. I went through a lot of just like hanging out with different women and um you know, I like to court women. I'm a gentleman. So it's just those experiences. It's all kind of wrapped up into one.
Okay, okay. So tell me real quick, what's your sign?
Sagittarius, the best sign, right?
Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know any male Sagittarius.
Jay-Z.
I know. Yeah, now I know you. Okay, cool. So, are you into horoscopes? You know more? I don't know a lot about Sagittarius.
I know a lot about a few different ones. I don't know about like all of them across the board, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so tell me like more characteristics of yours.
Well, they say I'm like a leader. I'm outspoken, very like powerful and a fire, like just anything a fire would represent, you know what I'm saying? So, and then all of my signs are like fire across the board. Like my rising's Leo, my moon's Leo. So it's like, it's just like all fire.
Gotcha. Okay. 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 So that's making more sense now. Listening to the album, like lots of passion. Like,
Yeah. A lot of passion. I feel like I thrive off of passion. That's like my main thing, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you choose In My Head as the first song? Is it kind of like an opening into this world that we're about to experience? Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, I just feel like that song is so like no pun intended, but it just gets in your head so like easy
Mm-hmm.
because the hook is so easy and it's so nostalgic and it's airy. Um and the drums and the instruments just sound like, you know, if you were to step in somewhere that I curate, I would just want that to be the first thing you hear off of the project. So that's how I thought about it. That was my favorite track for the longest time. Like I still remember making that song. Um, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
number one.
So what's your favorite song now on the, I know like songs are like artists, you know, they're like your kids. You can't really choose between them, but who's your current favorite?
On my project?
Yeah, on your project.
In my head, it's still a favorite. It's all right. It's still a favorite. I really like the record I got with World. It's really nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do have a lot of, not a lot, but you have like 2 or 3 different collaborations. How did you go about choosing who you wanted to like collaborate with?
Yeah, so I got 3 collaborations. I got Birnik she's actually from Chicago. I got World, who's from Nigeria, and then I got T. Ildu, who I believe he's from Jersey. And I all met up with, I met up with all of them in LA at different times at some point. And we all have just like a genuine connection, you know what I'm saying? Organic friendship. I'm a fan of their music. That helps a lot, you know, so I trusted them with the records to like elevate them. And yeah, man, it was just real organic, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. So it just works.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so I feel like one of the most popular songs is Make Me Sing. So we gotta.
Why you feel like that's the most popular?
Well, okay, I know I like it. And I feel like when I was doing, I feel like when I was doing a lot of my research, that was the one that was coming up the most.
Okay.
So I feel like, you know, maybe that one's a fan favorite. So we got to talk about that one a little bit.
Okay.
Like, okay, so is there like, what was the inspiration for that? I know, like you said, multiple women, but like,
I mean, the inspiration is kind of evident in the hook, right?
right.
Intimacy is definitely an inspiration for that song. Being intimate is like just something that's super spiritual to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't take it lightly. So yeah, that just inspired it. And I always felt like I wasn't really meant to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, because I kind of just found my voice probably in like 2018, 2019. So I'm still experimenting with my voice a lot and figuring out different ranges and how many pitches I could do and how to hit the right notes in these things. So yeah, I feel like women really inspired me to just like sing, you know what I'm saying? Seriously.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of like the past R&B guys would say that, you know, like for sure. And but I also feel like that's not even the only song where the hook is like mentioned in, like, it's not the hook in another song, but like what's another one? There was like another song on the album. I can't think of it exactly, but it uses that same line. So I'm like, okay, this is like a reoccurring thing.
What line did he use?
Maybe makes you sing.
Okay, we got it.
I'll DM you afterwards because I know like the exact name. But I was like, I kept hearing it like throughout the album, and I was like, okay, this is like a reoccurring thing. What are some other like reoccurring themes on the album for you?
I would definitely say like, you know, the process of falling in love and then the process of falling out of love, for lack of better words, is something that comes up a lot. I don't know. I would have to like pay attention to that because I don't think about that.
Yeah.
I'm making music, you know what I'm saying? So I would have to like go through and maybe listen, and I could tell you at a later date.
But you ended the album with Hurting Again, which when I listened to it, I was just like, dang, like, you know, because you took us like on this whole journey. So is that kind of is that how you were feeling in that moment? Or what was the thought behind wanting to end the album with a heartbreak song?
Yeah, well, you know, just to give you like the process of how I record and how I think, like I made Hurting Again and Make Me Sing in the same day, 5 minutes apart.
Wow. Okay.
Those are like the range of emotions that I go through.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like some days I feel amazing and some days I'm hurting again. You know, that's just how it go. Whether it's from something that happened recently or like past things that might have happened. And like I said, I carry a lot of sorrow, I feel like, for other people, you know what I'm saying? So somebody else might not even be thinking of it that way, but I kind of just think of it a little deeper, and I hurt for people a lot, you know what I'm saying?
So you would say like you're very empathetic and that
100%.
helps like with making the music and
Yeah.
reaching the masses. Have you been able to talk to the fans or get their responses on how they've been feeling about the album?
We did a show at Soho Warehouse in Los Angeles, and I was able to talk to people, and hearing it live is different too. You know what I'm saying? Hearing myself say those things out loud live, I'm just like, oh man, I didn't really think about when I was gonna have to say it in front of people. So
Yeah.
people's reaction has been good, man. I think it just helps people be more vulnerable. I'm very vulnerable in the music, as you can hear,
Mhm.
from my voice to like the writing, instruments and violins and things like this. So the responses have been good.
Awesome. So would you say you're a lover boy or a playboy? Which one do you think you're leaning more towards?
Somewhere in the middle.
Good answer.
Falling in love, man. I'm not ashamed of that. I think that's probably my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. So the ladies, after hearing your album, after us talking, they're gonna want to know like, what's your current relationship status right now?
Single. I'm super single right now.
Okay. So ladies, he's super single. Now, if you were, I'm not gonna assume that you're looking, right? But if you were looking, what would you say is like your ideal woman?
Confident, strong. I like women that have a sense of style, you know what I'm saying? I like experienced women that have a perspective on something. It don't really have to do with their age, but like I like women that have experiences in life. Um, I like a woman who can communicate clearly, who just got her head on straight and know what she wants. Um, knows how to express her emotions, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You can't be the only one out here
Yeah,
expressing
yeah,
expressing emotions.
be the expressive one. I like them to be fine, you know what I'm saying? Take care of themselves. I like women that smell good, go through their little routine, like I'm into all that.
Do you have a current like celebrity crush, or do you have like a current crush
Mm,
right
they might see this, huh? So let me pick somebody good.
now? I mean, yeah, you
What
never know.
crush? I don't know. I got a celebrity crush, bro. Doja Cat, yeah. Fuck it,
Doja Cat. Okay.
Doja cool. I'm trying to think who else I like a lot. Man, I'm having brain farts. I feel like a lot of them got boyfriends, so I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying?
That's very gentlemanly of you.
Doja Cat is cool. Zoe Kravitz is nice. Um,
No.
I'm trying to think who else I like, man. I could just leave it at that. It's a bunch of different women from different walks of life that I could say. But I'm just trying to be like careful, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you. I got you. So, how would you describe like your ideal date? Like, so you had the chance maybe to take Doja, take Zoe on a date. What would that look like?
Definitely go scoop them up. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a nice dinner. Like, don't have to be the most expensive place. You know what I'm saying? But I like things to be set up nicely. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go to a nice restaurant, have some dinner. After that, I like to chill and talk and stuff. So we probably sit at dinner for a little bit, talk a little bit, maybe drive somewhere, talk some more. Sometimes I like to go to the crib, not to try to get in the girl pants, but just to, you know what I'm saying? I like to experience people for like who they are and not,
Yeah.
you in a restaurant amongst dim light and all that. It's like anybody could be cool,
Right.
anybody sexy. I like to just see people be themselves. So anywhere where, a woman is comfortable being herself, that's what I want to do.
Right.
You
So
know?
you like to remove like all that like dress up, makeup, like all that stuff like
All the
immediately.
stuff, I'm trying to get through that as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not really into all that. And like how many times can I see you like that on a regular basis? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's a
Yeah.
good point. So with this album, what would you say is like the era or the kind of the season that you're in right now? I know you said like life is good,
Yeah.
shout out to Drake and Future, but
All right.
what
Can you ask that again? Can you ask that again for me?
yeah. What do you think is like this season or this era that you're in right now?
I would say I just feel like things are like right on the cusp of like growing to the point where I do have the opportunity to impact millions of people. So right now I'm just being very intentional with like my moves and what I got going on and what I say in my music, you know, even who I associate myself with. So I don't really know a one word answer for that, but that's the season that I'm in. It's just like I just feel like things are like right there and we like about to hit that breakthrough point.
Like on the cusp of greatness.
Yeah, of greatness, you know what I'm saying? I feel that every day I feel that and that's my intention moving through life. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm on. That's what my thought process is going into everything that I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, that's so important too, especially just for how the music industry is and how it's set up. Do you have any people that you would love to collaborate with or work with in the future?
Yeah, we're from the same city, man. So it's a small city.
Yeah.
Everybody there kind of knows each other. I would love to work with Cole. I would love to work with Tame Impala. I would love
That's
to
a
work
good one. Yeah.
Mike Dean would be cool to work with. Um, I would love to work with Wheezy out of here. You know Wheezy?
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to
I
work
know that
with
hook anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think who else I would like to work with. It would be cool to work with Doja. It would be cool to work with Kali Uchis. It would be cool to work with
Yes, I met her. She's such a sweetheart.
really.
Yeah, she's super nice.
It would be cool. It would be cool to work with Burna Boy. That would be dope.
Yeah.
I think he's
I
really
can see these collabs too. Like I can see him in my mind. Yeah.
This be great. Of course it'd be cool to work with like Ye and Travis. It'd be cool to work with Future. You know, I'm from the South, so I really gravitate towards the Southern sound a lot.
Right.
But just my life experience and stuff, I just like so many universal sounds and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think who else I would like to work with. That's off the top of my head. That's who I would want to work. I really like Cash Page. I don't know if you know who she is.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I mean, you've listed some really like some amazing people already.
Yeah, I would love to work with Cash Page. Toro Imoy is dope. He's from the South also. I think he's from South Carolina. I really rock with him. I think we actually went to the same high school, like years apart.
And who is this?
Toro Imoy, have you heard of him?
No, but you're putting me on, so
He's dope. He makes like electronic music,
a
lot of his stuff. His voice, I would say some of his music definitely inspired some of mine, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he uses his voice is not traditional. I really rock with that. The Weeknd is dope. I would love to work with him.
Yeah. Do you have any other inspirations that helped you with like not helped you, but any other inspirations that you use for Endless Summer besides, you know, the ladies?
Yeah. I mean, it's still a woman. Sade is my biggest influence ever when it comes to music.
Yeah.
I was listening to a lot of like 80s, 90s stuff. I'm trying to think of some stuff off the top of my head. MJ is always an influence, you know.
Yeah, you got taste. I like it.
You have to like.
Yeah.
Everything is all about taste, you know. That seeps through everything. You can always. I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah. Sometimes like just those artists from those times like Sade, MJ are just like lost on people. So it's really cool to know that you're still taking influences from those eras in music.
Yeah, I study Sade's like interviews and stuff. I really fuck with her philosophy on life and how her idea of like what love is, and she doesn't really believe that, you know, you be with one person forever. She just believes you experience a person, and when that time has expired, you let them go.
Yeah. You know, I actually think Nipsey talked about that a lot as well when it comes to love. So.
Yeah, you know, you don't own anybody. We really don't own anything in this life. It's just all borrowed, and you know that's just the philosophy I live by. So
yeah,
yeah, those are my main inspirations on this project.
Yeah. So I mean, the album's out. It's doing well. People are listening. You're at, you know, Lollapalooza right now. What are some other things that you have coming up for the future?
Like I said, we're working on a lot of like live shows. I haven't
a tour or
like a mini tour. We're gonna announce it soon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A couple cities.
Okay. Maybe Atlanta. You know, maybe.
Yeah, of course we gotta come to Atlanta, bro.
Of course. Okay.
We actually did a pop up there at Amam Mayor. I think in 2018, was that 18? 2017, we did a pop-up at Alma Mayor in Atlanta, which was really dope.
Mhm.
I got a lot of love for Atlanta. Like, it's a North Carolina, it's close. Like, I'm country at heart.
Yeah.
So Atlanta, I would say Miami and some cities in Texas for sure. And
Okay,
then
awesome.
out to year, maybe do London, Paris. I really want to go to Berlin.
Nice. Yeah, I've never been to Berlin. That would be dope.
Berlin will be dope, man. I
Yeah.
like it. Are you spoiled?
Thank you. Maybe a little bit, but not, that opening line in that Drake song? She's like, not in a negative way. So
So yeah.
maybe a little bit, but not in a negative way. But I try to be very upfront about it, like,
Yeah, for sure. Let people know, like, yeah, I get it.
yeah.
As you
But,
should.
once again, not in a negative way for people who are watching it.
Got you.
Yeah. Okay. So you said tour, some more live show. So maybe a tour, nothing of it. Maybe a tour, maybe some more live shows.
I mean, music, of course. Also, we're trying to figure out a way to put together like a gallery right now. I haven't did a gallery since like 2018 with like some fine art and stuff like that, partner with music. So we figuring that out. Got a lot of clothes about to drop too.
That would be dope. Do you find it hard to, like, you're obviously very talented and multifaceted. Do you find it hard to juggle all your different creative endeavors?
I don't find it hard, but it could be a challenge at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really locking in on one thing, and like I said, the challenge is always making people care about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to not do a bunch of different things and really focus on one thing so that people care. And
Yeah.
so they take you serious. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard, but it's a challenge at times.
Yeah. I'm working on that myself. How do you choose, like, okay, I'm going to focus on music for the next year and just like lock in on that? Like,
Yeah,
how do you make sure you don't kind of,
I feel like just how naturally it comes to me and how it wasn't easy at all, but it's just I've just enjoyed it more than anything I've ever enjoyed. So it was just easy to make that decision to lock in on it, and everything else I do just kind of like it just kind of flows through the music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
that makes
it was
sense.
just like a hub for all my creative stuff that I could just use.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. So like music is just like the overall outlet for everything, and then that can bleed into other avenues.
Percent.
Feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So I'm trying to think. I kind of want to go back to, um, yeah. So anything else that you have coming up?
That's all I could think of off the top of my head. To be honest.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. And lastly, just want to know, where can the people find you at? Go ahead and plug your socials real quick for
Yeah,
everybody.
my name is Frank Have Mercy on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's Frank Have Mercy official on TikTok. Somebody got my name. I don't know who it is. But yeah, it's just Frank Have Mercy, all one word, on everything. So
Awesome. Nice, nice. How do you feel about TikTok? Are you an avid TikToker or
I like TikTok, man. I've been going up on there a little bit, so I'm digging it. You know what I'm
okay?
saying? I just posted like one of my homegirls. She called me the other day, like, you need to post your TikToks on your Instagram right now, because she found my TikTok and she's like, I love your TikTok. And she was like, people need to relate to you more on a human level because like your art and stuff is so high that your gram is just that. She's like, I need some human stuff on your page. So I posted it and it went crazy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I get it.
TikTok is where I feel like you can be your most organic, real self, and Instagram is like, oh, let me put out my
That's
my promotional stuff. you know,
but I'll dig TikTok a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure talking with you. Super excited to see what you got coming next. Everybody, Endless Summer's out now. Make sure you listen to it. It's dope. We'll be looking out for the tour. Let me know if you come to Atlanta.
Sure.
For sure. I'll definitely pull up. That'd be a good show.
I appreciate it. It was an honor. I appreciate you interviewing me today. It was dope.
Yeah, of course, no problem. I'm also gonna follow you too, so I'll like and I'll DM you and like let you know when this is coming out and everything, and let your team
Okay,
know.
got it.